Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Conversations with the Soul. I'm Rita Hickman, and I'm a body mind expert and shiatsu massage therapist in the Chicagoland area. And today's broadcast is going to be a little bit shorter than normal. It'll be about 10 minutes or so. Good morning, Kathy. Nice to see you. So anyways, today's topic is about dreams, and not the dreams that, we sit there and do big goals for and write down vision boards and things along those lines, but actual dreams. A number of years ago, I started to realize that I didn't need to obsess about my dreams anymore, because I went through a period of time where, I thought, oh, I want to do lucid dreaming, where I can control my dreams and where I can create the world that I'm going to create. And won't this be wonderful and awesome? And so I started to write them down. And I began to realize that my dreams were really just telling me what was going on in my own mind, what was going on in my subconscious. And if I paid attention to them, then they would tell me what was going on. So I could either pay attention during the day and be aware of my thoughts, feelings, and emotions, or I could wait for my dreams to tell me and then spend a delightful, half a day trying to figure out what that metaphor meant. So I thought about dreams today because I overslept a little bit and had a dream. And that's when I tend to have dreams, when I sleep a little bit too much. We're always dreaming all night. And it's our body and our mind telling us or dumping out information, processing through things that happen to us during the day, and helping our mind and our subconscious and our body make sense of what's going on. Alan Watts would talk about dreams. He's one of my favorite spiritual philosophers from like the 1960s and 70s. And he would talk about dreams were a way for us to practice things that we weren't quite ready for. So children would dream about walking before they were able to walk. And I do the same thing with mine, too. I practice in my dreams things that I want, things that I've been thinking about. But it's very interesting. I don't obsess about them anymore like I used to, and I don't try to overanalyze them too much. I've noticed that if I change vitamins too quickly and they're not good for me, then I'll have violent dreams. If I'm on my period, I'll have dreams about being in a sewer and in the dark and, in this mud and ick. So, your dreams can give you really great information about things you might not be aware of. So you can either kind of pay attention during your day, and pay attention to what's going on with you and things which are triggering and thoughts and feelings and emotions, or you can go down the dream route, which is always fun and metaphorical, because dreams are a hoot when you start looking at all the weird metaphors from the television show that you watched the night before. Mine were all about actually videotaping. Most of my dreaming this morning was about doing today's live stream, and I thought, oh well, that's perfect. There was the soft box, there was the video camera, and there was all the topics and the people in my family that I was doing videotaping with. So it was really quite funny that that's what I was thinking about. So dreams actually are our body and mind's way of taking care of things that need to be taken care of. And they don't really need to be worried about or too concerned about unless it's something that you already have an outside sense that there might be impending doom or something and you haven't been paying attention. If you don't pay attention to your normal daily life, if you don't process on a regular basis, then your dreams will make no sense to you. And you'll have to look at them deeper. You'll have to look at what do the metaphors mean? What do they mean? But that's really very time consuming. One of the most efficient ways to understand what your dreams are is to know what your dreams will be even before you have them. And that's where you'll get when you develop a really great mindfulness practice every day or every few days, or if you come up with time to meditate and process through your thoughts and ideas and beliefs. If someone upsets you, for example, or if someone triggers you, usually what happens is we feel or recognize our emotional reaction to something a day or two or three later. We don't usually recognize how we feel in the moment because we're too busy engaging with the moment and trying to survive, trying to get through it and, try not to react and do the right thing. And many times we don't really know how we feel about something until the next day or the day after when the need to engage or the need to figure things out is gone, when the energy's dialed down a little bit. Then we're able to say, hey, I'm really mad about that, or I'm really hurt, or this upsets me. If you stay aware to those sorts of things and you have a regular time, 10, 15 minutes will do. If you take a regular amount of time and pay attention to all those thoughts, feelings, emotions, what's going on with your body, what changes are happening, then your dreams are a snap to understand. You look at them and you say, oh, yeah, I already knew that. This isn't new information. I don't need to figure out what the rat underneath the bridge meant or what my sister looking at me meant. On the positive side, it's a way for our bodies and minds to work things out and to practice things. So one of the best ways to use your dreams to your advantage is to think about, before you go to sleep, what you'd like to focus on, what you'd like your dreams to figure out. That's why when people look at problems and then go to sleep, they let their subconscious do the job. And when they wake up, they usually have the solution. Our conscious mind is about only 10% of our brain. Our subconscious and unconscious mind make up the rest. They're a powerhouse. They're super amazing. So if you try to, good morning, Karen, nice to see you. So if you try to figure out what's going on just with your conscious mind, you're going to have a hard time. Let your subconscious mind figure out your problems. So one of the things that I do before I go to sleep is I look at all the things I'd like solutions for, all the things I'd like practice for, or what I'd like to create the next day. And I think about that before I go to sleep. Sometimes I ask for them as miracles, or I'll do it in a prayer. I'll say, God, I'd like a miracle about how to deal with this relationship, or how to deal with this emotion, or how to make the next step or leap in my business, or my practice, or in my relationships. So I'll ask for things before I go to sleep, and I'll let my subconscious figure it out, because that's where we do the majority of the work in our head anyways. And if our dreams end up surprising us, if we look at our dreams and we go, what does that mean? What it means is that we haven't done enough daily self-reflection. That's really the main reason. Most things, if we pay attention to our environment and our surroundings and what's going on inside of us, we'll have a really good idea about what our dreams mean. And stuff won't take us by surprise. It won't suddenly be, where did this come from? I don't understand. And your dreams will be crystal clear. Good morning, Chris. How nice to see you. So if you want some, advice on your dreams, here's what I would say. If you want to take the next step in your life, ask for a miracle or ask for thoughts or solutions on a very specific problem or a very specific situation you'd like help with before you go to sleep. If you have a dream, don't worry too much about what it means. Instead, just accept it as the fact that your body's working something out and you don't have to worry about it. And during the day, usually what your dream meant will appear to you, because we tend to repeat the same habits and the same situations over and over. It's just how we're wired. And so we'll go through our day and suddenly it'll go to us, oh, that's what that meant in my dream. So don't worry about it. Don't get intensive books on dream analysis, trying to figure out what the raven meant or figure out what the turtle meant or, why you punched somebody in the face in your dream. Don't worry about that. Just say, well, that's really interesting. It's very interesting that that's what's going on in my subconscious, but I'm not going to be concerned. It's not going to worry me. That's the best way that I use dreams. Instead of trying to take time away from my life and think about what they mean, I'd rather engage with life and enjoy it and just let the natural process of dreams work itself out. So I will be looking for guests next week. So if you'd like to be a guest, we're going to be doing topics on body, mind, and how it affects the rest of our life. Things like numerology, things like astral projection, tools to keep you sane. So if you've got some suggestions, I would love them. And if you'd love to be a guest, Facebook has the ability to do it. Just send me a message or put something in the comments, and I'll get back to you and we'll set something up. So if you love this, go to inspiremassage.com, sign up for our daily emails, and I really look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you so much for joining me. And if we'd like a part 2 on dreams, if people have thoughts, ideas, suggestions, I'm certainly open to that too. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.